Um, Dr. Ramathuba, you are a senior member of the African National Congress, which is the ruling party in South Africa. Um, is there any discussion taking place in your political party about how to deal with this problem? Because this has been ongoing for a long time and nothing has been done. In 2020, I remember when I was in prison, the South African president sent a delegation to deal with the crisis that came out of our imprisonment. And the ruling party in Zimbabwe said that Zimbabwe is not the 10th province of South Africa. I remember that President Robert Mugabe insulted um, former Minister Lindiwe Zulu, called her a prostitute. And the ANC did nothing about this. As you rightly said, we end up with a situation where the poor are fighting each other. But is there any discussion amongst the political elites of South Africa to deal with their counterparts in Zimbabwe so that this issue can be resolved? Borders can be erected, but people will still find ways of coming in. But the best solution to deal with this issue is to deal with it at leadership level. Is there any discussion that is taking place with your counterparts in Zimbabwe? I'm asking you this not as the MEC of Limpopo, but as a senior member of the African National Congress, as a senior leader of the African National Congress.
I think, Will, I'm a provincial leader, yes, of the African National Congress, and I can influence the branches of the ANC in the province and the Provincial General Council. If you go and look at our resolution at the range conference, which was held early June, we resolved on this matter as Limpopo what needs to be done. Actually, we re-emphasized a resolution that was taken in Nasrec in 2017 on the mandate and the which the African National Congress had given to National Treasury, National Department of Health, all those departments that I've mentioned, to start working on this matter. We then also subsequently had our Provincial General Council as a preparation of the National Policy Conference, which was just held also in July this year. The resolutions in that policy conference is very clear on what needs to be done. I think to those who feels that I was probably out of order, the reality of the matter, I was even, what I was saying there, it's that which is there even in the resolution. The issue is that how do we then reinforce the implementation of those resolutions? And the National Executive Committee of the ANC, I can tell you they are busy dealing with this matter. Because we have seen what happens not so long ago when eight women gang raped by illegal foreign nationals. Gang raped to an extent that one woman was subjected to be raped by 10. As a clinician, as a medical doctor, when I read that, for me, it took me back when I was still practicing, and when you would have to reconstruct the perineum of women, which would be torn apart by a rapist, because you would not wish for those things to happen. Some of those girls were virgins when this happened to them. So the issue is getting completely out of hand, and my belief is that the ANC is up to the mat. Things might have happened in the past, and we might not have been seen as if we are very serious in addressing this matter. But even from a provincial point of view, I can tell you every single member of the ANC.
Quality cars, happy customers.
So grateful to be forward.
Visit B4 wants to see this matter being resolved. I can tell you every single member in that NEC is committed to get this to be done. We are just hoping that the implementation part of it, and also, yes, looking at all the other root causes that at my level, I will not be able to be with that. That's not a provincial matter. This is a national matters which NEC has got its own secretaries for international relations, a secretary for foreign affairs, secretaries for all those. They're there who politically, I believe, are working hard to try to make sure we resolve this. It's for the first time that you will see as journalists that the people of this country get united when it comes to this issue. It is not because of health matters. It's because each and every citizen. I've seen there are many publications which try to say, instead of dealing with the matter, let's put, and I always say to journalists, you have made a point that Dr. Ramathuba spoke to the patient and whatever. Some of you even said you are submitting to the Health Professional Council. You have made that point and we have accepted. And let the council be given space to deal with that matter. And if there's any ethical risk, let the council deal with that matter. That issue must be plugged and be closed. You can't keep on repeating it every 1 hour. We have to deal with the elephant in the room. And the elephant in the room here is that South Africans, all of them, are worried. Actually, majority of them are worried by the current situation. Whenever you put that article, they come in God blessing at you. South Africans usually, when a government officials is being lambasted on the media, they will definitely support that journalist. But I don't know why our journalists can't see that this time around, the people, it's not because of the health matters. It's because when you go to Wembe district, my colleague, the MEC for Social Development, just did an analysis. More social grants are paid in Wembe district than any other. And also followed by Mupan. And when they do an analysis, there are people who just come in to get the grant and go that side. Those are the things that somebody who is sitting at home not working, he thinks his job is taken by an illegal immigrant, even if it's not true. So that's why I'm saying, this time around, where I'm sitting, I want to believe that all of us would be able to find solutions, because it's affecting all of us in all sectors, not just the health. And it's unfortunate that the people who feel the brand and the people who we are making to fight each other, it's not those of us who can afford, it's the poor ones. And people get angry when I raise these things to say, even those governments outside, they do pay for their own families in facilities like Morningside. Because when it comes to health, if we don't intervene when you are sick now, the mistakes that will happen can be corrected. If that woman, that girl who comes with a head on perineum, and I start to question, where is your ID? What is happening? Give the bill from your president. Let me give me the bill. Let them pay. By the time the head will hit the ground, and that baby will be died, and that baby won't come back. If the pregnant woman starts PPHing and pouring, she's just going to die, and nothing will come to reverse. So that is why this time around, because the anger is on health matters, you can see the sensitivity of the matter that is involved. But we want to believe that this is the time where debate as it is, irritating as it is, you might be feeling that this woman has been a devilish on this matter. But the reality is that we are saying, even to the media space, media houses, instead of us to be focusing on how, when, what, who said what, that process must be closed and focus on getting the solution of the elephant in the room. We've got to get these things resolved. No matter what we want, the way forward is we can't have an option but to resolve this matter. And those with that responsibility and mandate to resolve, we need to give them support and space to spend their sleepless night on resolving this matter.
No, thank you so much, Dr. Poppy Ramathuba. I've